G'day crew and welcome to another episode. This week's episode is a continuation from last week. Last week I caught some cuttlefish. This week I'm using them for live bait. I hope you enjoy it. Eagle rays. I don't know if you'll see the bottom two. You should see the top one there. And two down below it. Sure, I think I just got a hit on that. But I seem to still have the bulk of him there. I'll wind him in and have a look anyway because he's going over the wrong side of the boat. Oh no, he's still there. Let him go down on this side anyway. Oh, don't do that. Come on, seriously, don't do it. Put you back in there. Behave yourself. I didn't have a camera on in time, but gee, he changed his colour quickly to blend in with his background. I've got some interest here, but it's not big. Oh, mate, maybe it's bigger than I thought. Light gear, so it may not be too big just the same. Just looks it because of the light gear I'm using. Ah, he's respectable. He's respectable. Settle down. Right. What are you going to measure? 40. 40 on the button. Okay. You'll do. Your brain spiked and bled. Another one out. ASAP. Oh, they're down here. I have to bring them in to get them. Where is it? Is it out ready? Whoa! You were just waiting on doing that, weren't you? Bloody hell. Another mess. Right, I guess I'll be doing one more drift. And this is the first fish on the measurer. 40 centimetres, or maybe just a shade over 40. Not enormous, but quite a nice little fish. And since I haven't got anything else yet, keeping him for the table. On another one. Oh, this one's a bit better, I think. Yeah, definitely better. Oh, he's taking some drag. This is a good fish, this one. Head shakes. I think it's a snapper. Should see colour soon. Oh yeah, I see colour. Oh, he's a nice snapper. He is a nice snapper. Whoa, boy. Whoa, got ya. Whoa. Oops, a daisy. Well, he's a nice snapper, that one. Beauty. Oh, I still feel it. Now, this brain spike U to start with. That's got you. Yeah, it's just nerves now. Now, where are we at? Definitely going to have another drift through here. Now this is a much better fish, measuring in at 70 centimetres, or again maybe just a shade over 70. Weighed 4.6 kilos when I had a chance to have a really close look at the scale setting. I'm pretty happy to catch that at the West Peel Artificial Reef. That would be the biggest fish I've pulled out of that area. I think I caught something close to that size around the Southwest Rocks, but for the West Peel Artificial Reef, that one takes the cake. $70. .5 kilo. Now, see if I get my icky down him. This is fine cord. Alright, done. Got to wipe off. And that. Oh, bleeding. That's what I got to do, bleeding. Clean things up straight away. Much easier to do then. Get you in under there. Now look at this fella, how pale he is. Watch him go down there. But you see how dark he turns? Blending in with his background. Gee, they're clever, aren't they? How's that for a nice bay snapper? 70 centimetres. Beautiful colours on him. Nice fat fish. Put up a bit of a fight. Really good fun. Okay, another one. Smaller this time. But definitely snapperish. I got some colour. Oh yeah. It's not a nice little panty. Woo, come on, come back here, boy. Whoops, woo, what are you doing? Well, that's 3 snappers. Only got one more to bag out, so I might go look for something else, I think. I've still got tonight to go, staying out tonight. I might have a fish for another snapper if I do that. Oh good lordy, we've followed both hooks, have we? Oh no, we bit one off. One got bit off. He must have come along and got the rest. 39, he'll do. He dispatched. Straight on ice. This is another smaller squire, or baby snapper if you prefer. He measures in at just under 40 centimetres, they call it 39 centimetres. I thought I'd take him home as well. That was 3 first up, maybe about 5 drops to get them. I was planning to do some more fishing that night, so I thought I'd call it quits at that and go and do some trolling for a few mackerel maybe if I was lucky. As it turned out, I didn't get any. And also as it turned out, I was too tired to fish that night, as usual. I had a few casts around to pick up some live bait. I was after some pike, but they wouldn't play the game. And I went to bed. This is the hook from that last snapper. You can see that little bit of line coming off there. That was a snelled hook on the cuttlefish. Now I think something big's come along and bitten that bottom hook off and left enough cuttlefish on the top hook that the snapper came along and thought he'd have a feed of what was left. I don't know what it was bit the bottom hook off, because apart from having the snapper bite, or what I thought was just the snapper bite, I didn't see a bite. So unless they both bit at about the same time, the whatever bit it off didn't even make an impression on the rod. Hope this comes out in this light. I'm over at Horseshoe Bay. It's Thursday morning. Quite a few baits in here and the lights of Dunwich in the distance. And very, very nice sunrise coming up, as well as glassed out conditions. About time to think about up anchoring, heading out to do some fishing. Sunrise this morning isn't as magnificent as it was yesterday morning, but it's still quite pleasant. Okay, that's my take home. Due to a miscount, I ended up with 14 crabs. I only intended to take a dozen and give the rest to the daughter. But we miscounted. We counted out what she thought left me with 12, and yeah, we must have miscounted when we put them in. I always do that. But we had the daughter and the granddaughter and we all miscounted, so never mind. And that is the snapper from the West Peel Artificial Reef. Measured in at 70 centimetres, 4.6 kilos. Real nice fish. I kept one cuttlefish to try eating them. Haven't eaten them before. I used them all for bait last year when I caught them. I gave the rest of the cuttlefish that I didn't use for bait to my daughter so that her family can try them. But I did keep all the heads and kept the cuttlefish shells for one of the granddaughters. She's got a parrot. They like chewing on them. I only ended up with the 4 heads because all the rest I used for live bait. Had plenty of takers, but only hooked up to the 3 fish. The 2 I gave to the daughter, plus this one. I just thought I'd do a bit of a talk on the rod I was using to catch those last three snapper. And it wasn't the rod I was intending to take. I had what I considered a better outfit to take out for it, but the reel was playing up, so I grabbed this one instead. The rod's a Shimano Quickfire. It's a 6 to 8 kilo rod, a 702 model. It's a 7-foot rod. It's not a bad rod, but it was cheap. I got two of these for $50 on special. So I picked them up thinking I'd use them for something, and I put the Shimano 4000 HG reel on it, the Katana. That's not a real expensive reel either, fairly cheap one. I spooled it with some 15-pound braid. I can't remember the brand of the braid, but it was a couple of years ago I bought it, and at the time it was the thinnest braid you could get in 15 pounds. And I put about 20 metres, 25 metres of 20-pound Troll Pro leader on there. That's the shock absorber, mono leader of course. And I followed that up with about half a metre, about half a metre of 30-pound Troll Pro leader, just down to two snelled 5/0 circle hooks. Not sure the brand of them. They're the circle hooks that Mr. Bates sells. They're probably Troll Pro, I'm not exactly sure. Little 3-ball sinker on top of the half-metre leader, and baited it with a live cuttlefish, and that took out 3 snapper, 1, 2, 3. I think about 4 or 5 drops got the 3 snapper. So you don't need a really expensive outfit to target snapper. No doubt the expensive outfit feels nicer to wind, nicer to feel in your hand, but any old rod can catch. Well, that brings this week's episode to a close. I'll just finish off with a little preview of what I'm going to talk about next week, and that is crabbing. These are the crabs that I gave to our daughter for her large family. Looks like a lot of crabs there, but there's only about 4 crabs for each person in the family, so it's not really a great feed. Couple of fish for an appetizer, and some cuttlefish to try. But anyway, next week I'll talk about that, what you need to do for crabbing, particularly if you're new to crabbing. I'll try and get you set up to catch some crabs. And if you're not new to it and not catching many, hopefully something there to help you catch a few more. Until then, good fishing.